Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3 and Black Ice version 12 and the Germany campaign. And where we left off, we were pushing into the Soviet Union. We'd taken Leningrad, we'd surrounded Moscow, and we were working on some extra encirclements. And to be honest with you, those have mostly now come off. We are just kind of building up our units and things currently. And in fact, we just had some units sort out their organisation stroke fuel issues, so that's good. We've had a little bit of a positive fuel balance for the last couple of days. I stopped recording for a moment just because I was getting some issues with the month end. And the kind of crashing that can sometimes happen in and around that. But I think I'm through the other side of that now and everything is okay. Still got some major supply problems, and down here in the south we're a little bit kind of topsy-turvy. There's a series of encirclements in and around, and the other big one is we've been able to push over in this location here. So my expectation is that we will get in at whatever this one's called, Civitsta, and the Finns will hopefully push here as well at the same time. But yeah, we're doing pretty well. We've got about another month of the really good weather before the Soviet kind of counter-offensive digs in. And speaking of which, I think we might do something along those lines, actually. Oh, pardon me. My apologies. I always seem to need to start sneezing the moment that I start recording. It's very strange. But yeah, our push is going really well. We've got a lot of divisions kind of freed up and ready to go. There's still plenty of gaps in the Soviet lines. And we are beginning now the encirclement of Stalingrad, which hopefully we'll be able to deal with soon. Our tanks are moving along quite nicely as well. And we are moving on Baki. We are hopefully going to be taking that relatively soon. And completing another little encirclement down there in the south. The Turks are pushing up quite nicely as well, which is very good news. And our mountain units are all making some quite good progress up into the north as well. So all of this, big positive overall. Let's move that tank division actually back the way it came a little bit and have them reorganized like that. Let's do that. We've got the Caucasus army front surrounded. Okay, and there's some events. So, yeah, we're not going to do that. We will do heavy funding for Pistorius. And let's break them up for scrap, because we are hemorrhaging rare materials at the moment. But that's okay. And hopefully we'll get the events for the fall of Leningrad and stuff relatively soon. And it does look like the enemy were able to push in, and we have taken it. That is bloody good news. So, let's take all of the Marines and the like, and let's start moving the tanks and things kind of westward. So any motorized, we'll start moving them in this direction. Start cleaning out the front. And we'll take the infantry north to where the supply isn't quite so good, along with the parachute units. These infantry here. Like, I want to start moving up towards Angle. I can never pronounce it, but the one in the far north on the Divna River. The Divina River. Right, let's take the Marines and we'll get them to move up as well. Right, let's take those Marines up there. You can go like that. We'll take the units like that. That's good. Okay, nice. We've got some good organisation having happened here now, so that's good. We're moving the fortress busting units towards Moscow to try and launch an attack there next. And there's a small gap forming here, but we should be able to deal with it. That's a big loss of troops that I think we've just caused there, to be honest with you. So that's bloody good news. Okay, and then, yeah, the Österreich unit is going that way. Let's take you along this axis towards the Volga. And you can start maybe a bit of an encirclement of Kubishayev. Okay, and then we'll get you to move on Saratov. And you know what? The 22nd will move you like that. Let's move you there, move you there. We want to start bringing infantry up to kind of plug some of the gaps. Let's take the Hungarians down that way. And yeah, we're doing a good job. Does kind of feel like some of the patchwork down here is being slowly but surely ground down, so that's good. And then really want these guys to kind of hold off and finish up in their regions. Alright, let's move you like this. And then, yeah, we'll try and complete maybe another encirclement around Gorky. There's a load of divisions here that aren't looking too good, that look like they might struggle a little bit, so maybe let's try to organize like that. And it'll be 41 hours before they can attack again, but that's fine. Okay, yeah, and I think we're doing the right thing with all of our divisions. This was a real fight. Like, it was a brutal bloodfest up there in the north. And I think we're about to get Molotov. Now, I'm kind of intrigued. If I do the... Oh. So, some stuff here. All supplies lost there. No need on that one. But if we were to do this Find Stalin mission... However, the head of Abwehr's proposed daring mission, after a tip-off from the spies, seems Comrade Stalin fled to Vladivostok. We can launch a covert operation in the Far East to hunt and kill Stalin. Find Stalin, kill him, good luck. 2 commander units are spawned in Berlin. It's best to transport them to Vladivostok and make sure that the mission succeeds. I mean... We'll take the commandos, but I don't necessarily see how the hell we're meant to kind of take them to the Far East like that, but... I guess we do have some planes, right? So... And they can navally land, so let's see. So, good little victory there. The Slovakian units are pushing up into a nice position. And we're heading down the river here. All these Caucasian or Caucasus regions are falling to us. Nice bit of energy for money. Okay, and we were able to close this down. So there's another little pocket here, which is good. Mainly suffering a fuel problem at the moment. And supply issue across the front, but we'll make that work. Okay, and yeah, we're still pushing and beating that back in the far north area, so there's no harm there on that front. So you can attack again in 127 hours. You're in 1 hour, so that's good. You can lock that down. Turkey. And yeah, start getting around Kubashayev. And then, yeah, we can move you guys around the flank. Alright, let's... Hopefully, Langerman can get straight in here. And... yeah, they're still not in the Allies. So the Japanese haven't done anything mega dumb yet. And, nice. The encirclement there has done its job. So let's start cleaning this all up. Get another push going through here correctly. Nice. Right, the 11th Jaeger Division has broken. So, I don't know where that is. Ah, it's down in Brazil. Ah, okay. Well, that's fine. We can have them break like that, and then they can reconstitute themselves down there. So there's the Fall of Leningrad event, where the Soviets gain descent and lose yet more national unity. Don't think we need to do that yet, to be honest. I think we can hold off on that one. Right, and then let's move the tanks over there. And complete that encirclement. I think that's logical. This is always a bit of a funny place in relation to like organization and the like. And Titel is just one-man road warrior. It's got to be said. We're waiting for the lair to move forwards. Right, come on. You go like that. You go like that. Let's clean this out. Don't like all this shit behind the lines. It's very irritating. Right, let's take you like that. Get you into the combat over there. Okay, this is looking pretty helpful. Would have cleaned up some of the areas in the south. So there's another 3 divisions caught there. There's another... I'm not sure how many troops that is, but... 120, okay. And then... So 170 and... 200 odd thousand units there. That's not too bad. So we will definitely take that. That's could be a lot worse. Let's move you like that. Let's move you up towards Saratov. Let's get that encirclement going over there. Right, we just clean that out. Okay, nice. We'll take it. That is what we want. Okay, we have well and truly surrounded the front now. Up here in the north. This has broken their back a little bit, I think. Not sure where their reserves are going to really come from here. Tropical island garrisons. Don't need to worry about that for now. And yeah, if I was gonna, I don't know, make these guys board a plane. And then if we were to fly to Vladivostok, can we take out Stalin with that? That is the question. Okay, good. Right, let's move those tanks over a little bit. Like so. Just make sure we can really close things off. Okay, it's looking good. It's looking like we're starting to kind of close things down neatly now. Let's move like that with you. Happy to move that like that. Take an extra mountain division in and around. Like that. Okay, and then there goes Baki. So let's take what's left of the Gabe's divisions. I didn't realize I didn't have a commander. Let's take you and like you like this. And get in and out like that. Okay, we're starting to see the weather turn against us. But we'll get the big freeze soon, so that'll help. And if I remember correctly, we are bombing... Or we were bombing, I think, some of the regions over here. You know what? We can do that metal trade and we can do that energy trade. Some people want to buy some Messerschmitts. Can't say I blame them. They are good planes. And we will take one tank unit kind of up north like this, while the others are doing something a little bit more expansive. Right, let's take the tanks like that. Okay, lots of divisions captured at the moment. Like, with even more opportunities to kind of surround them. So we've got some infantry that have been able to clean up there. Let's take some more infantry and get them into locations in and around this area. Want to use infantry where we can to kind of be the plugs if possible. Right, there we go. In we trot. Right, so we're going to take you there and you like this. Happy to use that Hungarian HQ to just do a little bit of extra damage work against that infantry brigade. And that one tank division is just not fucking off, I think would be how I would describe it. Okay, so we've managed to move into position here. We've got a couple of tank units freed up here. And there's 2 tank divisions down there for us to deal with. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 locations. Okay, now we can start to close down the gap down here. And how are we looking now? 52%. Take ownership of captured mines. Thank you. Get all the benefits we can. And still have a massive amount of officers in the field. You know what? We're lacking fuel, so for once I'm actually going to do a fuel trade. Let's do something like that. In the north they've broken, and all along the front down here in the south it looks like they've broken as well. So I'm going to start heading northwards and seeing whether or not we can begin to maybe close off the north position up here. I think we've got a real opportunity to kind of do that with these divisions here. That will close off these units from everyone else in the Soviet Union. Right, and we'll take you around there like that. Take that like that. Push out with you along those lines. Right, they don't really have a frontage anymore. So we have done our job. Maybe take some of these guys actually and bring them northwards. Just to make sure that we don't run out of steam up here. If we're going to run out of steam anywhere, it will be in that part of the world. looks good. That looks good. Let's take you like that. Okay, so you're organized. Annoying, frustrating little battle down here, but other than that, we are moving things around quite nicely. Move these units up towards Stalingrad. And then when we take the airbase there, then we'll be in a really good place. Attacked in log. You know what? We'll hold that down there. We're going to move like that. We'll move you down there. Something like that. And then let's take all of you. And yeah, we need to take the log airfield. And then we'll know exactly where we're at. Right, let's go up there, move you like that. Start getting our units together for an attack like this. Launch the Michael, yes. Right, move those light tanks. And it's quite fun watching the AI lose it. I think Molotov just got himself killed. And I think our planes are still en route, though I don't know for certain. Yeah, they're still en route. Let's organize like that, and then yeah, we're moving on Astrakhan. Just put a unit into battle there, just to kind of keep this closed down for a minute. Do the same thing there with you. Now, my expectation is that these guys will not do a very good job of defeating this, but between them, they might have just about enough. Okay, and we'll let them know about who's boss. Okay, and then got some Hungarian mountain divisions and Romanian mountain divisions that are a bit more freed up now. Let's clean this up. And you know what? We'll move you down to deal with this shit. Because it's a whole bunch of dumb. Just want us to take that airfield, please. And how goes this down here? It's making its way over. Slowly but surely. Kind of want all of these guys to launch an attack, to be honest with you. That would be ideal. some fighters that are being a little bit irritating, but that's okay. Okay, and we've outsped their lines of communication over there. So that's good. Okay, and then we'll move like that with you. You can go like this, and we can start moving around towards... I mean, although we've got plenty of units freed up to do that, so... The attacks are coming along. Slowly but surely. Okay. And some more fighters. Now, assuming we do defeat the Soviets, which, to be fair, I think we've got a pretty good chance of doing. In fact, it's probably worth us dropping a conquer war goal on them right now, because I think that facility is well and truly in place. The counterattack looks like it's coming along quite nicely. Okay, another takeout there. That's good. Gandharan, 10 hours. You're in 7. That's good. Okay, so again, there's some more units in our back lines, but nothing kind of too crazy. We want to go actually like more like this, I think. So we got like four bridgeheads there that will help us, I think, in that endeavor, that push. Okay, and then I see Vologda. Right, I want to go up like this. Like that. Yeah, I like all of those moves. Like that. Like that. That's a nice movement over there. Okay, good. We'll take it. I think Molotov being dead will trigger a national unity loss. Yeah, And the Great Flight is still ongoing. That's a nice victory there. Let's move you like that. Let's move you like this. We can take them around there like that. Right, AI really struggling. You can definitely see that, to be honest. Okay, so we've just surrounded a further 156,000 troops there. Not bad at all. That's good. On our way over towards Kazan, which is, I think, one of their last victory promises in this part of the world. So we've got Petrozavodsk, we've got Archangel, we've got Moscow, and Kazan, Kybyshev, Stalingrad, and we've already taken Baki, we've taken Astrakhan. So yeah, it's really these kind of areas here that we want to try and take, with an emphasis on Moscow, if we can. That would be most helpful. Now, do we think our units here are in a good position to kind of launch these attacks and win? That's the question. And we've got another little encirclement here with this infantry unit. Over 40,000 there, we'll take it. Right, let's take the panzers actually and go like that. Clean this up in that way. And you, fine gentlemen, are in a whole world of pain. So you're attacking. You're attacking. You're going to make a move. You'll make a move. You'll make a move, but we don't need you to. You can do that. Take that attack like this. We'll take the cavalry and start them on their little adventure. And a couple of annoying little breaks here and there, but we'll make it work. And, ooh, Iran joined the Allies. That is interesting and a little bit unexpected. But that's fine, because we can... The way the AI works is it won't push. So it will do a very funny kind of thing, and Turkey will probably push on its behalf. So that's pretty good. And yeah, you can do that. Come on, infantry unit. Finish the job. $50 units a day. Right, let's take all of our air units. And there are a lot of them. And let's move them down to here. Like so. Good, good. Now, I don't know if our divisions will win this. But hey, we will see. Something like that. You go like this. You go like that. You're already pushing in nicely there. You can stop what you're doing there to make that work. Okay, and then these units are all cleared up. And you're moving on Saratov. Right, let's not give him a moment's rest. Yeah, and we are outrunning their lines of communication and unit support. So 29 hours there, 15 there, so that's fine. And let's do a bit of ground attack with these divisions. Sorry, these air units. That should spring it in our favour. We won't let them surround and destroy us. We will launch a small little counterattack there. So 5.1, 5.4. I reckon we can do this. Okay, and our divisions down there in the south are nearly there. They are not quite there, but nearly there. Right, and I'm hoping von Foma's unit will be able to launch a bit of an attack in a minute. And another infantry unit has just cleaned that up. In fact, let's use you like this. And then we'll use you like this. And yep, against open ground, we are pushing forwards quite nicely. Okay, my hope is that we're nearly in a position now to kind of finish things off down here. This has been a difficult battle, it must be said. And you know what? We'll make you go that way. There we go. You can beat that tank unit back. Got a fair amount of organisation still, considering they've been running around in our rear lines, being an annoyance, a pest. And how long for you too? Not long at all. Right, 4.6. And these guys are nearly organised. We could launch a little attack here. I wonder if it will cause the enemy to stop attacking. By the looks of it, the answer to that question is a big fat no. But hey, it is what it is. Let's get them in. And Hitler defers to Mein Kampf. Great. So we're either going to get a positive or a negative there. Some more planes. Think about that reorganization in a bit. And I think we're going to call it an episode here, everyone. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode of Hearts of Iron 3. We will pick up where we left off with the soon-to-be next major encirclement. Although it looks like a whole bunch of HQs only over here. But yeah, we're in a pretty good place, I think it must be said. The enemy, I don't think they've got much by the way of divisions really left to that are combat effective. And we are starting now our relatively large encirclement of the northern forces in this region. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Thanks again. Bye-bye.